it's gonna be a good day when we started out on the 40/20. Good morning. We're gonna go try and level some dirt off around my concrete pad for my driveway. Well, this is helping, but not gonna do what it really needed to do. I'm trying to fill in along that edge. I don't want to drive on it, I don't want to hit it, I don't want to get too close to it, so we're kind of piling a bunch of dirt in front of it here, and then we'll have to get the backhoe and push it up into there. But I'm trying to level, so we moved some with our scraper there a week or two ago to get the water to flow from in front of that window off to that direction, so I'm able to smooth all of this out and grade it a little bit, pull some of the excess dirt up there. Alright, well I got done moving dirt and trying to clean up in the seed warehouse here a little bit until Wade and Tony get here. My agronomist and sales rep are on their way, and we're going to go see some customers and pick up some more boxes here this morning and afternoon. So I had a big oil leak on my forklift a couple of weeks ago from the woodchuck that got in here and chewed a hole in a hydraulic hose, and I had to put some oil dry down. It wasn't enough, but it was a start. We'll get this old stuff cleaned up and get some new oil dry put down and finish soaking up the oil. Great. Got a light out. My wife wants to go to the lake this weekend. We're going to have to go clean up a little bit of stuff, move some things out of the way for that to happen. Christmas lights. That should all just go in the house. The pile of house stuff in here is shrinking. It is smaller. Just keep pushing it into the corner. The Ford invasion is here. Time to go. So we were looking at some fields here for one of my customers. We're not going to name names. We're not going to tell you where we are, but look at their soil. Look at this. Look, we can't do this in our dirt. It's just sand. It's beautiful, except for that it's very dry now. So we have some issues here. We're in a split row, split planter, two different hybrids. One of them is ours, one of them is not. You guys can guess. Both are showing some of the same issue here, and it just happens to be this row right here that I can see. We've got some really nice, beautiful corn up, looks good. And then we've also got some that's just poking through the ground and a long stretch of nothing. And we haven't really been able to explain why. It seems like a moisture issue. We've got a few gaps right there. We're seeing similar things. So we're trying to pinpoint this, figure out what's going on. So we're trying to dig in some of these gaps here. Look at here's how this soil is compared to ours. Look, watch this. I can dig. It's incredible. I can't do this in our ground. There's a little moisture down there. I mean, it is dry, but it's not like there's nothing. Right there's our seed. It's sitting in moisture. It's got plenty of heat. It just hasn't sprouted yet. Oh, this one did. Okay, so there's maybe a rotten seed. We haven't found much of that. There is a little shoot on it. It's brown. The seed's pretty mushy. Is there another one? Yep, right there. I think that one might have been okay. I don't know. We're struggling here for answers. Trying to figure out what's going on. Alright, well, we looked at that field for a while and picked up some more boxes and stuff. So, yeah, we were seeing a lot of uneven emergence, right? There was some stuff that was up and looked good. There was some stuff that had just come up, didn't look great. And then there was some seeds that had kind of just barely sprouted or weren't really doing anything. But there was enough moisture. It looked like a dry dirt issue, uneven emergence, because it was sitting in dry dirt. But there was moisture at the seed, and it would have been much better when they were planted 2 weeks ago. I think what we have determined is that particular customer uses a full rate of insecticide in furrow, and we were noticing some patterns with the planter where it was like one row was really bad, more than the ones next to it. It wasn't in circles or areas, it was in rows, which kind of directs you to a planter problem. And so we think maybe that the rates of the insecticide and or the pop-up fertilizer were varying a little bit and caused some germination issues, mostly because of the lack of rain to kind of flush that out of the seed in the root zone and to kind of buffer it, I guess, dilute it. That's kind of the conclusion. Wade pretty well figured that one out, so that's what we came up with. All right, we are back. I'll get that trailer unloaded in a little bit, but Wade wanted to walk through the corn plot here a little bit, so we're gonna just take a look, see if we see anything noticeable, like this color variation between these two. Definitely a little bit there. You probably can't see that, but I think there's a little bit. This one's a little yellower than that one. Probably just genetic, just differences. 12S. Oh, that's our beautiful corn coming out of the ground. Yeah, that one's gonna be pretty. So taking a look through the bean plot here a little bit. This is a new 2.8 bean for us, and it just looks a little bit fuller, a little bit bigger plants than some of the other ones, and so I just thought I'd look a little closer. You can see the trifoliate leaves here. We're almost, not quite, to V2, so when you get the cotyledons come out of the ground, that's VC. Wade, question. What is the growth stage when the unifoliate leaves are out?
You just said it.
VU? VC?
VC.
So there's no, because that's for the cotyledons.
No.
When the cotyledons open up, it's VC.
VE.
No, that's when their necks are breaking off.
I'm telling you.
Come on.
Don't take it up with me.
All right. I thought for sure that VC was for cotyledons.
VC, V1.
I knew V1 was after the unifoliates. So we get these cotyledons here, and then and then we've got two unifoliate leaves where they're individuals, and then you get this first trifoliate. And when the trifoliate leaves are no longer touching on the margins, that's when it counts, kind of like a leaf collar in corn. So this one here is V1. This one is dang near V2. I could almost consider this a V2 plant. And then when we start seeing flowers, then it's our stages. So we do see a little bit of bean beetle feeding out here. It's not horrible, but there is some. What I am noticing is the dry weather, the cotyledons are starting to burn off. I don't like seeing that. I want to keep them green as long as possible. And, well, dry weather, nothing I can do about it. All right, so Wade just handed me these leaves, and he's camera shy. So this little crinkling on the edges, he tells me, is Group 15 herbicide injury, which would be dual. Well, we happen to put some dual out here. Dry weather, not making it show up. Usually that's fairly safe on beans, but it is in our, what did I spray? Tendovo. It has a Group 15 of dual in it, and yeah, just crinkling up the edges. Not going to kill the beans, but just not what you want to see. Dry weather makes everything look worse. Yeah. We've always kind of had I don't know, it's not saying, it's a thing, right? Where good weather late in the growing season or throughout the growing season can cover up a lot of your sins and mistakes that you make early in the growing season. Well, we're not getting good weather right now, and our mistakes are showing up. Anywhere that we planted where it was a little bit too wet, it's noticeable. Anything where we have any kind of herbicide injury carryover, it's noticeable. The beans cannot outgrow it, can't grow fast enough to put new leaves on and not have it affect it. So yeah, we need some rain. Got a little lane here. Do you guys remember? Do you remember that dirt that I was digging in earlier? Do you remember it? My dirt is not like their dirt. Not fair. It's dry. We could work it. It's dry. Oh man, it is a warm day to be out walking fields. All right, well, we did get a truckload of stuff. There's even a little bit of corn on the back somebody had to return, so we're gonna unstrap this, get it unloaded, and then I have to get to T-ball. Mom was washing her car when I got back to the farm. She wanted the foam cannon with the good stuff, the ceramic stuff that makes the water bead off, so I got her set up. Let's go see what Brock had done today. I had him cleaning our fuel tank off that needed it really bad. Maybe he filmed something. I'll go look for a camera. Yeah, nice. Look at that. There was a bunch of moss, algae, this stuff growing on the tank, and I had him clean it off, and he did, and it looks really nice. Now, when I was giving instructions this morning, I also said, you know, take your time, do a good job, clean everything else up out there. hey, you win some, you lose some. So anyway, the tank looks good. I was hoping we didn't need to paint it. We do not. It does not need painted, so that's good. The LP tank out there also needs power wash. That's another project for the summer, but looks like Brock gets to spend a day cleaning the pad off and the rest of the stuff now, since that didn't happen. Maybe he ran out of time. I don't know.
Hello. Got a little bit of my voice back, but it's not all there, but we're gonna make it work. So I just got done talking to Nathan, and he gave me the projects for the day. First thing on our list is we're gonna go get the anhydrous tanks that he used yesterday and take them back to the dealer. We're not gonna get any more. We're not gonna do any hydrous here in the next couple days over the weekend. So we're just gonna take them back and leave them there. The second thing is we're gonna clean out the planter. There's still some remaining seed in the planter, and we want to get that out, take the seed discs out, and probably detension the speed brushes. I don't know if that's what you want to call them. Something we haven't normally had to do in the past on the other planter, but this one has the high-speed brushes. And then the next thing is going to take the rest of the day, and that is power wash the fuel tank. It's got algae growing on it. It's got some other stuff growing on it. We're just gonna clean it up, make it look nice. So that's our projects for the day, and we're heading to the field to get the tanks. We're back to the farm. Got the 2 tanks taken back. Got the slips here. I'll go take them into the office, and then we're gonna start on the planter. Like I said, we're gonna take all the seed bowls out, take all the remaining seed out of the individual row units, and if there's any left in the CCS tanks, we're gonna take them back, or take them out. But 24 rows. Gonna take a little bit longer than 16, but it'll be all right. So here we are in the shop, working on the planter. Already cleaned out the CCS tanks. There was very minimal in there, which made it really nice to clean out. And we were moving on to the row units. I got 8 of them done, but hey, I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So I set you right there and kind of walk through it here. But we're pretty much just taking all these apart. You gotta take the hose off here to get the door all the way open. Sometimes it's easier to take the door off. That's what I've been doing. So I've been putting this underneath there. It catches all the corn and stuff like that. If I were to just pull this off, it would go everywhere. So I'm kind of prying it out a little bit and getting it to go in the thing, just like that. So now it's almost full, but not quite. Clean up the corn there, taking this off. There's not much up here, just a couple corn kernels, but get them cleaned out while we're doing this. It doesn't take but 20 extra seconds, and it makes it a lot easier. So, but the lid put back on. Not really cleaning it, just getting the corn out. Take the corn that we have here, quite a bit here. Fills up the whole thing every time. Putting that there. And then I'm loosening this because back right there is the tensioner for the speed tube. So I'm just undoing that and then putting the rows back together. Now there's not any tension on that. It's not stretching it out. It'll last a little bit longer. Well, we just finished with the planter. We got half a bag of seed, if that. So that's not bad. And all the plates are out. All the belts are detensioned. We're gonna take the 1 full bag of seed that was still up on the platform, and this one, take it down to the seed warehouse just to store it, and move on to the next project. So a little change of plans here, and it might be for the better. Mark was talking to me while we were working on the planter here, and he's like, hey, when you get done with this and you're bored, why don't you go mow? Go mow? Mow power wash. Mow power wash. I think we're gonna go mow. Nathan knows, and he said go for it. The power washing is not a priority by any means. It just make it look nice, but we do want the 7520. We got a project that we are going to do. That's why the forks are on it. So We'll probably hook that up to the mower because it's a lot easier to use with the mower, but we're gonna get the mowing done now before we need this for the other project. So yeah, we're gonna check the oil and go mow. It's gonna be a little bit of power washing, and yep, thanks Nathan. Well, I haven't filmed any of this yet, so might as well now since we're on our last thing to mow, but we're mowing. You see the mower back there? They made this ditch here last year, I don't know, the year after that, or before that. But just mowing waterways. Actually, this is the only waterway we mowed. But 2 other lanes that were pretty overgrown and it's dry, so why not mow them? So that's what we're doing, and making it look pretty, keeping these landowners happy. So that's what we're doing. So we're back to the farm, put the mower out back, and on to our next project. Got a little prep work before we can actually get started. Got to find some things. I see it back here. We got to get the gas-powered power washer and take it out by the fuel tank. A whole bunch of hose to get water out to it, and then get the hose. I don't know if we're gonna take the hose off of this one and just take it out there or find other hose, but a little prep work before we can actually start power washing the tank. So I'll get it set up and then we'll see how easy it is. Might use the man lift, might just use a ladder. We'll see. Well, we're up on the tank here and I've worked a little bit, and can you see a difference? I can. And I haven't really worked that much at it, so a lot easier than what I thought. Get it wet, let it sit, and then just nice and easy with the power washer. Let's see if I can do a little bit here for you. Oh, let's see where we at. Just that simple. So I might set up a time lapse for the rest of the top of this tank and go from there. Look at that. I don't know if you guys think that looks better, but I definitely think it looks a lot better. Obviously from midline up, maybe 3/4 of the way up, there's still some heavy stuff. I think we're gonna have to get some de-algae or an algicide or some other cleaner, maybe even a degreaser or something like that, to clean that. But it's now white again instead of a gray or a brown, so I'm pretty satisfied with what just water did. Might run to the hardware, get some of that, put it in the foam cannon, scrub a little bit. But we do need to clean off this concrete here. Nathan wanted me to do that as well. I don't think I'm just gonna use water. I'm gonna go get a shovel because we got that. The forks are on the 7520, so I might go get the backhoe. But just clean some of this stuff up and then power wash the concrete. But progress, and a little easier than I thought, so I'm not complaining. So we took a little break and went to the hardware store. Got some cleaner. Just that little bit of algae that's on the top quarter maybe. We're gonna use the foam cannon. The cleaner says to spray it on there, don't let it dry, sit for 5 minutes and spray it off. We did bring a hard bristle brush out here to scrub it while it's soaking, and that's what we're gonna do. So hopefully that works. The bristle brush will definitely make a difference, but we're gonna make it a little cleaner yet. Well, we used the cleaner up here, got it a little bit cleaner. Now the only mess is me walking up here, so I'm gonna get down. I think we're done for the top of this tank, and maybe even the sides. I might spray it down just to get the gunk off the side, but still got to pick up the power washer before I go home, and I got something to do tonight, so I ain't gonna stay real late. Off season. We're calling it a day. I think that looks a ton better than where we started. So Got the tank done, at least for today, till Nathan comes back and critiques it, but I'm used to it. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. Gotta clean up all of our stuff, put it away for the day. It's the weekend. Nathan's not gonna be power washing on the weekend, so, but this is probably gonna be our next project. The concrete here, all of that wood, power wash it. Mark built that nice box, so hopefully everything matches how nice that is. And we'll clean that stuff up with the backhoe and a shovel. But it's for another day. One tank done, and we still got the big propane tank out back that needs to be done, but I don't think that'll be as bad as this. So might need to use the man lift. It is a little bit bigger, but man lift to get to the top side and walk on it. But yeah, that's why we got it.
We are officially done with the corn planter. That can be cleaned up and put away, but we need the tractor to do it, and I'm not going to unhook the anhydrous bar to clean up the planter, so that's going to have to wait till after side dressing. The bean planter over there we're probably not done with, or at least maybe not done with, in the sense of we may need to plant some double crop beans, so we're just going to wait on that. Look at that, beautiful water beading. Ah, this stuff is amazing. Trio's ceramic washing coat. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description. You can go buy some, and I'll make 2 cents off of you, so thank you. All right, man, it's hot. I have to go to T-ball practice. Eat my cookie. Thanks for watching today. Thanks, Brock, for filming. Looks like we got some footage to put in this one, so we actually have a video because I didn't film much today. So have a great weekend, everybody. I'm gonna try and make it to the lake tomorrow, so there's that. Today is my mother-in-law's birthday, so happy birthday, Mrs. St. John. That's weird. Anyway, I have to grab some stuff at home and go meet my wife and kids at T-ball practice, and then we're going there for dinner or something. I don't really know, but I'm along for the ride. So have a great weekend, everybody. We will see you on Monday. New project starting next week. We're going to put a new roof on our barn down to Berkey, so that'll be super fun, especially when it's hot and sunny and all of that. Hopefully we get some rain next week. Doesn't look promising in the forecast. We'll watch our crops die. Maybe finish side dressing. Maybe we'll keep holding off. I don't really know. We're going to find something to do. See ya.